As a Holocaust survivor, I know from direct experience how brutal people can be, and we must teach humanity.
Saying never again can't be a passive statement. It has to be an affirmative statement. And today, on behalf of the City of Los Angeles, I want to reaffirm our commitment to the Jewish community, its success, and its freedom as an integral part of the strength of our city. We are approaching a time when we know that living witnesses of the Holocaust will not be there to share their stories. But that is why it is so important that the Holocaust Museum is there and that those stories are never forgotten.
Today is a special day for Holocaust Museum to remember all the 6 million who perished, who they can talk. So we have to talk for them. And that's why we're here today.
On this solemn day of remembrance known as Yom HaShoah, community leaders gathered to honor beloved and resilient Holocaust survivors, along with descendants of survivors and community members who gathered to remember the lives lost during the Holocaust and mark the 80th anniversary of the liberation of the camps. For Elevate, I'm Chris Ian Garlington. Attendees contributed to a collaborative mural by Israeli-American artist Tomer Peretz. The work of art entitled The Same Flame depicts resilience, strength, and spirit.
Across the globe, we pause to commemorate the 6 million Jews who were murdered during the Holocaust, as well as the heroism, resistance, and perseverance of the Jewish people. On Yom HaShoah, we renew our commitment to never forget.
Just steps away from the Holocaust Museum of Los Angeles in Pan Pacific Park next to the Grove, leaders commemorated the past, spoke about current challenges, and offered hope for the future.
I'd like to ask the many survivors in attendance today to wave your hand or stand if you are able so that we may recognize your courage, strength, and wisdom.
Remembrance is not passive. That's why we're here today. It is a choice we make every single day. A choice to tell the truth in the face of denial. A choice to honor the dignity of those who were dehumanized. A choice to ensure that survivors' voices and the voices of those lost are never forgotten. Today is a day of mourning, of course, but it's also a day of responsibility.
I learned the incredible dignity with which people fight for what is good, what is just, what is right. I learned that we can respond to hate and danger and fear with our own anger and bitterness, but that doesn't serve to create a life that anybody really wants to live. And the survivors that came to talk to us, the folks who were very involved in the civil rights movement, who spoke to us, spoke of wanting to live a life of meaning and contributing out of an energy of a sense of what's possible and not accepting from anybody any sense that we are limited in any way other than by what we fail to dream that we can make happen.
Today is so important. We have to always remember our history and the loss and the struggles that people have gone through. And in this time period now, we're fighting to retain that history because there's sentiment around as anti-Semitism has grown and not just resurfaced because it's always there, but the way it has come back, the vitriol in which it has come back. And one of the manifestations of that is to deny, to attempt to revise, or attempt to erase history, and we must never, ever, ever allow that to happen. While we mourn the 6 million Jewish souls who perished in the Holocaust, we also reaffirm our commitment to ensuring that tragedies like that never, ever, ever happen again. And the key to that is always to reassert that history and the lessons from that history. I appreciate the survivors and honor the survivors that are here today.
On this solemn day of remembrance, we gather to commemorate the 6 million Jewish lives lost, honor our beloved, resilient survivors, and really reflect on how we can all play a role in standing up and speaking out against hate and anti-Semitism, which unimaginably, 80 years after the Holocaust, continues to rise at unprecedented levels. Our survivors know how easily and quickly unchecked hate can spread. Their voices are essential in guiding us through these tumultuous times. We come together as a community to remember. We come together to reflect on the lessons of the Holocaust. We come together to hope for peace, and we come together to renew our commitment to ensure the preservation of survivor voices and that never again becomes a reality. Our gathering serves as a poignant testament to our enduring belief in the power of learning, connections, and community to transcend boundaries, foster unity, and move toward a better future. Holocaust survivor Erika Fabian was born in Budapest, Hungary. When she was 3 years old, the Hungarian regime, then an ally of Nazi Germany, sent her father to a forced labor camp from which she was later transported to the Bergen-Belsen concentration camp. The following year, Nazi Germany invaded its ally Hungary. Erika's mother secured false papers for her family, and they lived under Christian identities in Budapest for the rest of the war. Erika knew if she revealed that she was Jewish, she and her mother and sister would be killed. Even after the war, she denied being Jewish until her mother explained to her that once again it was okay to disclose. Erika left Hungary in 1956, and she developed a career in theater, writing, and photography. She's a world traveler and still writes plays and novels.
I feel that spreading the word, when I speak to kids or adults even at the museum, they all walk away saying to me, they will tell their families, their friends about my story. I think it is terribly important to keep this past alive so that people learn from it. If we keep quiet, we're going to get killed. That's really my experience, that you actually have to speak up. You can't be quiet.
It's very moving. It's one thing to study history and read it in a book, but when you visit a museum and when you see artifacts from that time period, it comes to life, and that's critically important.
You can learn more about the Holocaust Museum LA at hmla.org.